And besides the winning itself, what do you see as the common thread or threads that's helped you put together this 4-game winning streak and play some of the team's best ball of the season?
I've said it before. I just feel like we're making the right plays and we're playing together. And obviously, we're we're doing it on the defensive end, really getting stops, really emphasizing it and making that our priority.
And was it encouraging to you that you guys can have a slow defensive start like tonight and then turn it around kind of in game?
No, just because we've seen how that goes playing with fire. Thinking we can just turn it on, and we've lost games like that. So that's not something I believe in. I believe in straight from the jump, and we start getting stops, and then we go from there.
You tied Alonzo Mourning for the second most double-doubles in history tonight. For a guy you're on pace to be at the top of many records in the team record book. What does that mean to you?
It's just, man, the dedication to the craft, and then obviously I love what I do, and being able to be in situations where you can be top 3 or the number 1 in most of the categories in franchise history. That just speaks to the type of player I am and the volume of this organization giving me the opportunity.
Man, looking at Nico, who's kind of been outside the rotation here for a little bit, coming in and kind of being a spark for you guys early in the first half and continuing to play well offensively. Just how much was that a spark, and just how well have you seen him kind of deal with this whole situation?
I think he handled it professional. He does the little things behind the scene. He's always in pre-practice. He's always trying to get better. And tonight he probably didn't think he was getting in the game, and then Spo threw him out there. So, like I said, we always got that saying, stay ready so you don't got to get ready, and he was ready tonight.
How easy is it to play with a guy like Drew Smith, and what is he doing out there that is leading to this playing time that he's getting?
He's just making the right plays every time down the court. And it's both sides of the ball is what's really the eye popper for Drew, because he'll pick you up 94 feet, he'll battle in the post, and then he'll go on the other end and make crafty plays. Like Drew's a great player for us. He fits the mold for us. He's one of those guys that flies under the radar, doesn't say a whole lot, but you see his impact on the court.
You have some unique teammates, Jimmy, being amongst them. What's it like to see some guy show up with that orange of a hairstyle? And what's it like just to see that moving around in the court with the look he had tonight?
We love him for who he is, man. He's always going to be Jimbo. That's why we love him, because he do stuff like that. But, at any point in time, he'll go out there and literally go get 50. So we love him for who he is.
Bam, you guys did something that's kind of tough to do tonight. You took over half of your shots at the rim. Was there an emphasis to do that, or was it just kind of reading what the defense was giving you?
As a team or me specifically?
No, as a team.
Oh, Spo always says it, man. Just get downhill. That's what we did. Make the priority to get downhill and draw fouls. If you get downhill enough, they'll start drawing in the defense, and then that's when the shooters, they take that opportunity to take their time and line it up.
What was the message with the orange hair tonight, and what went into the decision to go orange?
I can change my hair to whatever color I want to. And there is no subliminals in my hair. I've been changing it a lot lately. Orange was the brightest color that I had, so that's what I went with.
Speaking about Nico, obviously he was kind of like that spark plug in that second quarter. Can you just kind of talk about the boost that he brought?
Yeah, man, my man playing like a starting 4 out there. That's what I like to see.
I'm a huge fan of Nico. I think everybody in the world knows it. Everybody in Serbia knows it. And I'm just happy for him. I want him to continue to play confidently. He does everything well out there on the floor when he is locked in, and I think he's back to being that. So I want my boy to keep shining and keep doing what he's doing.
Jimmy, it was an interesting last couple of days. Your agent responded on social media to reports pretty vociferously. One, what did you read into those reports, and what's it like watching your agent go back and forth with the worldwide leader?
I love it. I am all for the back and forth. I mean, before he's my agent, that's like I guess we're like brothers now. We do everything together. But I feel for him, and at least somebody's sticking up for me.
Jimmy, Nico, you guys took about half your shots that you took tonight at the rim. Was there any sort of emphasis to get more shots out there near the basket, or was it just kind of reading what the defense was giving you?
Like I said, I'm just trying to be aggressive. That's it. Two threes I had, I was just wide open, so I had to take them. But everything else, I just try to get to the rim.
Jimmy, what did you think of the Nico celebrations, especially after he found Drew?
I mean, he actually does live like what Spo always talking about, celebrating everybody else's successes, man. Like I want him to shine. He actually want everybody out there to shine, and he's always trying to make the right basketball play. And Drew's been hooping lately too. So anytime Drew is doing something that ain't nobody expecting him to do except for us, I think everybody cheers. He had a dumb turnover tonight, but outside of that, Drew's been doing phenomenal.
Jimmy, is there a common thread in the 4 consecutive wins? Is there something that you see that you're doing that is significantly different and significantly better to produce the win streak?
Yeah, I think we just get the ball where the ball needs to go.
There's a lot of talk about points in the paint before the game. What was not going right defensively when you were down 16, and then what kind of turned around?
I mean, it was like an extension. It was like we were still in Toronto. I mean, they were downhill. They were in transition. Darko's doing a great job with this young group. They have an identity. Like, there's no confusion of how they're trying to play. And you cannot, like, try to ease into any possession, because they're going to put pressure on your defense right from the get-go. Off the rebound, they're pushing it, they're attacking, they have speed, quickness, athleticism, they're aggressive, and then everything just seems to be set up for them to go downhill. We dug into doing the tough things, and then, as we say often, that tends to change things offensively, and we went on a great run that last 6 minutes offensively. But I think at the beginning of the game, we were trying to do it, see if we could ease into the game and defensively and just, score and put points on the board, and they're not going to let you do that.
Spoke, you just kind of talk about the minutes you saw from Nico, obviously putting him in the second quarter. Things started to turn around there, his first playing time in a while.
He gave us a really important spark. And look, it's not easy necessarily being, a young guy, and you're in the rotation, then you're out of the rotation. And it's a lesson you don't necessarily understand or want to hear at this point. You have to win each day. And if you're not playing, how do you win the day? Like, at least you have a staff that's looking and valuing pre-practice, film sessions, practice, shoot-arounds, walkthroughs, and that's how you can earn, trust. But then you also stay ready so that when you get your opportunity that, you can make the most of it, and then you can impact winning. Our depth is important. Different guys have been able to step in and impact basically the entire roster, and that's important. If you can get a team that's connected, that's bought into just contributing, to helping a team win, and then you have something. That's still early in the season, but we've seen indications that guys that our depth can contribute, and he stayed with it. I was happy to see that.
It's been the case now there's a third straight game, but Drew played 34 minutes tonight. How much of that is just a product of not being able to take him off the court because of the way he's playing?
Boy, it's just when you find guys that just do winning things on both ends of the court over and over and over, that can be consistent to that. That's a superpower in this league. Everybody's searching for that, but he's kind of a glue that fits. He can make any unit work. Second unit, the starters, So that's that thing I say. Make me watch, make me play you, then make me for sure. Not even think about putting somebody else in there, and that's all going to be dictated on the scoreboard.
There was a lot of talk early in Tyler's career where there was about isolation or maybe being defended by length, and this is kind of a good matchup to kind of see the growth that he's made up to this point. What have you seen in that department, whether it's the isolation takes or just kind of be able to bypass different things that are thrown at him?
I just think you have to scheme for so many things with him now. The more things that teams have to prepare for in a shoot around or walk through to prepare, for a game, for a specific player, then that can clutter a defense. So I think his skill set, has been there now for 2 or 3 years to be able to handle things off the dribble. But you're definitely accounting for, him moving without the ball. You have to talk about that. And if you're spending a lot of time with that, and then, in certain situations now he gets pick and rolls or handoffs or even end of possession stuff where he has to create, he's really worked on that. But it's, it's the full thing that, that he's showing right now. Thanks, Coach. All right, thank you.